All right, so real quick, you guys help me out. It really makes me sad. First off, any of you guys actually use Facebook at all? Or I think this invades Twitter too. Facebook's going away for the younger generation, right?
Yeah.
Help this old man keep up. What do you got now? You got the Instagrams and the Snapchats and the TikToks and the whatever the shit. All right, and whatever else I don't even know about. Facebook pretty much is for old people to rant and rave about weird things. So anyway, but every now and again there'll be something that shows up, something like this, for example. I think this was almost exactly what it was, or something like that. And then all these people get it wrong, and some people get it right. Even math teachers chiming in, getting it wrong, and it just makes me sad. I mean, how would you do that? So what's order of operation? Is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. She rants and raves on Facebook. I write it like that because it's really, really bad that this is true. There are teachers, math teachers, that teach that multiplication comes before division, and they need to stop teaching because that's bullshit. This is the correct way to write it. Multiplication and division are the same level. All right, let me blow some of your brains. There is no division. There is no spoon. What is division really? Anybody know? There is no division. There isn't. What do you mean, Jeff? How would you do this problem? Do you guys remember how to do that problem? Never. No. The only time you cross multiply is if I have fraction equals fraction. Then it's a shortcut of something else. And some teachers might. I saw somebody else cross multiply. And that's yeah. What do you multiply by the reciprocal? All right, stay with me now. Let me put this guy to sleep. Maybe you can see the board. This room is weirdly set up. All right, real quick, just stay with me. I know some of you guys might not care at all, but any of you ever been shown why the shit that works? So a lot of us know we do this. Right?
Yeah.
So most of you should know that's what you do. Does anyone know why that's what you do? Anybody? Anybody have any interest at all in knowing why that's what you do? Some of you guys are actually considering, I don't know, I might screw my life up if I do that shit. Come on, really? You should be sort of angry if you don't know why, because there has to be a reason. Nothing in mathematics is just because somebody went, yeah, let's do it that way. You don't like it? Psh, kill them, because back in the day, things like that happened. Poison them. And no, sorry. Stay with me now. Is everybody cool with that, of course, hopefully. And then just to finish this out, and that'll show you why it works, what would you do here? Cross, divide, right? Because one's division, the other's multiplying. That's why they cancel. There's a factor of 2 that dies, and then you get 2 over 3. Now, real quick, stay with me. We're going to get back to this problem in a minute. I got my little aside note going. How could I write this? All right, let me say this. Do not do it this way. Don't go tell your friends, my weird-ass math teacher gave me this funky way to do. No. I'm going to prove to you why that works. Never do what I'm about to do. It's bullshit. Don't do it. But it shows you why that's true. So what's another way I can write something divided by something? I can make division into a division bar, right? And I can create what I call fraction. It's hard to say. Like Inception. It's a fraction within a fraction. Or a fraction nesting doll. Whatever this shit. Right? No? Are you guys awake? Or it's all just for me. That's cool. Makes me laugh. Do you understand that I could write it like this? Does anybody ever really want to do this? No. So that's why I say, again, don't do this. Why is this bad? Huh? Too many fractions. The bottom especially sucks. If the bottom of a fraction is gross, it's really gross. What's the best number to have on the bottom? You could do it. What's the absolute best number to have on the bottom? 1. How do I make 3/4 become 1? What do I multiply by? And then I have to do the top 2, right? What do I multiply 3/4 by to make it become 1? 4/3, the reciprocal, right? If I multiply by 4/3, it becomes 1. What did I just do to the bottom? I multiply by 4/3. I better do the same thing to the top. Holy shit. Right? Yes? So some math teachers think their job is to show students the shortcut and that's it. And then on your side, you're like, I don't see why that works. Well, whatever you say, man. And what I live to do is to go, that's just a freaking shortcut. Here's why it works. Some people hate that I show them this. Hopefully some of you appreciate that I showed you this shit. There's got to be a reason why things work. Okay, I like it. Okay, so that was a major side note, but it's really important to know that. So let's come back to this problem. What does the P mean, of course? Parentheses. So that's what you can do first year, right? So in there. 4. Now what operations are in there still? Yeah, there's division, and this means multiplication, right? Now, unfortunately, a lot of people, and some teachers actually taught students this. So if you had this teacher from the math profession, I apologize to you. We need to weed those people out and get them to go do other jobs. Some people would say 2 times 4 first, because no, this is all the same. In fact, watch how this is not fair. What's the only number up there that I would end up rewriting it underneath something? What's the only number I'm dividing by? 2. So if you make this 8, now suddenly I'm dividing by 8. How the shit? So how would I write 8 divided by 2? I could write it 8 over 2 times 4. So if you do this first, you somehow magically push that 4 down there. Do you guys follow what I'm saying? So multiplication and division are on the same level. This is one way to see why. Division is just do it as it comes. But the more important thing is multiplication and division are the same thing. That's another reason why you just do it as it comes. So what's 8 divided by 2? 4. 4 times 4. 16. So I'm pretty sure that's exactly the one that I saw recently. And it was like, it's 1. Schmack. Right. Okay, maybe. Okay. So let me give you guys another one of these to try on your own. You guys try this one. So evil, Jeff. I know, I love it. Okay, so you will need paper and pencil. Could be. Maybe you can do it in your head.
Professor?
Yes.
You're not recording, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's probably fine. Oh, yeah, I am. Trying to trick me. You can't see the little timer at the bottom.
Oh.
Hmm?
Doesn't
Poor little thing. This might be a little evil of a question because some of us might have done this. But can anyone see what's the immediate mistake somebody might make? What's the most common mistake do you think? They'll get a 2 here. There's no 5 minus 3 up here, is there? There's a 5 minus I don't know yet. Right? In fact, can you identify what's the last thing you'll do? Yeah, because where is it? It's at the ass end of PEMDAS, right? So you're going to do that sucker last. So this 5 minus is going to kind of march down here. 5 minus. And this is just waiting. And of course, what do you do over here first? Yeah, inside the parentheses. -2. And then? Exponents. Please excuse. 5 minus 3 times what's -2 squared? 4. And then, of course, good. Do this whole part as it comes. This is one big chunk of MD. So 5 minus 12 divided by 6. 5 minus 2. Now I can finally do 5 minus what the shit that is, because now I know what the shit that is. And then you get good old 3. I like it. I like people out there high-fiving each other. It kicks ass. Get excited about it. Why is this so hard sometimes? Because it's the grammar of math. When you learn a new language, the grammar very often gets in your way. You can focus on the vocabulary, but then you say words, you make a sentence like, I live in the house white, which is the way most other languages work. They put the noun first and then the adjective. In English, we're like, nah, we're different, whatever. Okay, maybe. Some of you guys know what I mean. Maybe. English is my second language too. Math is my first. Yeah, Jeff. Okay. So one last example of something, and then I want to unleash you on this. This is kind of like an aside. I don't think this is really on this sheet. But I just want to talk about order operations, keep it fresh in your brain. What was the kind of problem I wanted to do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did that in class, so this is good. We can focus on that. So just to remind you guys, yeah, I like it. I want to show you a nifty trick here with this kind of problem. You could do it, man. Yeah. So what do you add to reduce this? Divide by. You went right for it, man. So. But let me just show you. This is kind of cool. You could, like, if you divide it by 4, you're going to do this in several steps, right? Now just go with me. I'm not telling you, you can always use what I'm about to tell you, but I just want you to realize this. How far apart are 48 and 60? 12. So what number has the best chance, well, in fact, what numbers have the only chance to go into both of these is factors of 12. So maybe they could both be divided by 2 or 3 or 4 or 6, maybe even 12. And in this case, yes, 12 goes into both. When does it work? Always. I'm not saying if they're 12 apart, 12 will always go in. Maybe only 3 goes in. Maybe only 4 goes in, right? I like it. So, of course, 12 does go in. And, of course, if you divide by 12, you get 4/5. Kick ass. I like it. All right. So some of this is repetitive of what we did in 160. And I don't care about that because we need this over and over. Some of this is about percentages and decimals. Some of this is about reading tables and graphs because that's where we're going to get into. Anybody have the book yet? Anybody have the workbook? Oh yeah, my 3 in the okay. So let me see how many. I don't know how many papers I printed out here. Exactly enough. Holy shit. All right. So,